Hey everyone, I just came back from a week-long vacation in Los Angeles. Drove down there from San Francisco last Tuesday, and today again is Tuesday. So, yeah, about a week. I just got back yesterday, last night, and yeah, I'm feeling refreshed. I'll be talking a little bit more about what I was doing in my vacation and yeah, pretty much all that stuff. But we have some big news. As soon as I get back, I get an email from my boy Nikun from OpenAI, and he is telling me that we now have access to OpenAI O1 beta. So now, before you can only access these two models, which is O1-PREVIEW and O1-MINI, using ChatGPT interface, like using the chat app. But now we can use the API in order to generate the lesson, or in order to generate, or just use the API in general. Before you couldn't use those specific models using the API, but now you can. And yeah, I already put it to work. I'm building lesson plans right now using O1-PREVIEW, and then building more lesson plans as well using O1-MINI. So there's a sneak peek on some of the plans that are generating. Looks pretty good to me for now, but I'll let our LLM evaluator decide at the end of the day. So yeah, I think this video, I'm pretty much just gonna be like looking over, showing how to get up and started with O1-MINI and O1-PREVIEW. Because I just got it running in my code, and then after we get it running in a different video, I'll actually evaluate the model and let you know how it compares with other models such as Llama, other GPT versions, Grok, who's a really high performer right now. So yeah, let's just get into it. So what did my boy Nikun say so far? He's a PM for OpenAI. He said, we've been working on expanding access to OpenAI O1 beta, and I'm excited to provide API access to you today. I literally got this 1 hour ago. So I'm doing this video hot off the press. So he's saying, we've developed these models to spend more time thinking before they respond. They can reason through complex tasks and solve harder problems than previous models in science, coding, and math. So it looks like I think it's tailored specifically for these problems. And yeah, sent the docs over. Cool. I'll go through the docs during this video as well. But cool. Yeah, before I was pretty much generating lesson plans using GPT-4o only. So yeah, that's because O1-PREVIEW and O1-MINI weren't part of the API, but now they are. So I'm gonna start using that. Apparently it's a lot cheaper, but I'll also do a video on that. But cool. Yeah, we have our larger model O1-PREVIEW, which has strong reasoning capabilities and broad world knowledge. And it has a smaller model O1-MINI, which is 80% cheaper than O1-PREVIEW. That's good. Cheaper is always nice. So try both models. You may find one better than the other for your specific use case. So I think it's important to say that depending on the use case, some models will do better than others. So I'll be evaluating it on my lesson plan generator because, as I mentioned in some of my other videos, I'm building this fun website with my friend Isaac on a teacher's best friend. And I think he might have renamed to Class Pilot, which is also pretty cool. So I'll be talking to him about that. But we've been building a bunch of different lesson plans. And yeah, let's see. You may find other... So they posted some other links. I'm just going to close all these links so far. So we'll only explore the links that they gave us specifically here. So they gave us the docs. They gave us a paper on how O1-MINI performs specifically. And then just more information about the different models. These are kind of old, September 12th, because that's when they released these models. So that's over 2 months ago, but now they're finally being available in the API 2 months later. So you could see that it still takes a while for the API to get access. So cool. You can do streaming, rate limiting, whatever. So pretty much reasoning models. So it looks like it's a new class of models that they're dubbing reasoning models. And let's just read. OpenAI O1 series models are new large language models trained with reinforcement learning to perform complex reasoning. O1 models think before they answer, and they can produce a long internal chain of thought before responding to the user. O1 models excel in scientific reasoning, ranking in the 89th percentile on competitive programming questions. Wow, it could solve competitive programming questions. That's pretty good. Placing among the top 500 students in the US qualifier, it's really good at math, and aiming to exceed human PhD level accuracy on benchmark of physics, biology, chemistry. So it's really optimized for STEM, which is really interesting. That's pretty cool. If it ranks 89th percentile in competitive programming, it's already a really good. It's just a beast at programming. Let me think. Yeah. So O1-PREVIEW, an early preview of our model designed to reason about hard problems. Okay, yeah, what I was gonna say, it uses an internal chain of thought. So before, you can use like chain of thought prompting. Chain of thought prompting. That's something that they offered. But now it looks like OpenAI, or this model specifically, does that behind the scenes, which is nice. You just make an API call, and now that's completely abstracted for you. So cool, and it looks like it's optimized specifically for STEM. So O1 models offer significant advancement in reasoning, but they are not intended to replace GPT-4o in all use cases. So cool. Looks like GPT-4, it won't replace everything in GPT-4o. That makes sense. Maybe they trained it to work on very specific things. So for applications that need image inputs, function calling, or consistently fast response times, the GPT-4o and GPT-4o mini models will continue to be the right choice. So if you want these specific things, which is image inputs, function calling, or consistently fast response times, use GPT-4o or use GPT-4o mini instead of these O1-PREVIEW and O1-MINI models. However, if you're aiming to develop applications that demand deep reasoning and can accommodate longer response times, the O1 model could be an excellent choice. So it has higher latency essentially when you call the API. So both O1-PREVIEW and O1-MINI are available through the chat completions. That makes sense. I'll show you that I barely had to update any code to do it. Yeah. Essentially, in my code, I didn't have to change anything. But I did have to change one thing, and that's because the beta has limitations. So you call it using the same interface. So chat completion interface. Depending on the amount of reasoning required by the model to solve a problem, these requests can take anywhere from a few seconds to several minutes. So it seems like it will do the chain of thought prompting and figure out how long to go for it by itself. So beta limitations. This is really important if you want to use this for your use case. I ran into the beta limitation because I was giving the model a role using a system prompt. But it specifically says here that system messages are not supported, only user and assistant messages. So I converted pretty much, basically the only thing I changed was here now I just taken the new model, but instead of giving the role here as a user, or before it was a system prompt, the role was system. Now the role, I just changed the role to user. I'm not sure how well that will work, but we'll see when I evaluate the model. So what are the beta limitations? Let's just go through it because I didn't really look at the other ones. Mostly that pretty much that system messages weren't supported because it broke my code. But these models only have text. They can't support images. Like I mentioned, they have user and assistant messages only. System messages are not supported. Tools, they have do okay, they don't have tools, they don't have function calling, and response format parameters are not supported. Log probabilities are not supported. Temperature and top P are fixed at 1, while presence penalty and frequency penalty are fixed at 0. And these models are not supported in Assistant API or the Batch API. So those are the limitations. Hopefully they remove the limitation soon, like the system messages one, because I'll be using that. So I can just update my code again. So yeah, but they said they're in the next few weeks they're gonna be moving that out. So cool. Let's see what else here. Let's just read through. So yeah, I might read through the rest of how this reasoning works in a second. Managing the context window, controlling costs, advice on prompting. Honestly, I haven't read this and I don't know if I want to read it live exactly. Maybe I'll do another one. I just mostly wanted to just break the news that O1 has O1 has API access, and now you could access O1-PREVIEW and O1-MINI. You can, maybe some of y'all got this email as well, but in the email it'll link to all of the different articles that are interesting, like how to get started with it, how O1-MINI works, and then introducing O1-PREVIEW. And I'll read all these and try to figure out the best way to present them right after this. But yeah, I'll also be evaluating how these models actually work. So yeah, I guess pretty much all you need to know about this new API is that you could just pass in a different model here and change the model name to like O1-PREVIEW or O1-MINI. And then if you're giving the AI a system role, you just have to change that to user instead of system for the next few weeks until they get that fixed up. But yeah, I'll be evaluating this soon and that'll be my next video. But thanks for watching. Hope you all are excited that now we have a O1-PREVIEW and O1-MINI with access to them in the ChatGPT API. Sorry for starting a bit. It's late at night, but I'll have more videos to drop. I'm excited. I'll see y'all in the next video.